Hello everyone, this is Heather and Chance from allsteelfitness.com. Today we're here to tell you a little bit about how to add more protein to your meals. A lot of our clients come to us and say, I need to get more protein. What's the easiest way for me to add some protein? So we're going to go over a little bit, some real easy tips on how to do that. And we're going to start off with breakfast. Chance?
So breakfast, a lot of people like to skip. It's one of the easiest meals to stop, but it's also one of the most important meals that you should be eating and starting your day off with. So a lot of people like to have just cereal or something real quick and easy to get out of the house, but we really want to start off the day adding protein to breakfast. So a quick and easy way to do that is actually to add eggs. That's kind of our first thing to tell people is just to get a couple of eggs in the morning. My recommendation a lot of times for guys is going to be obviously a little bit more than for women. It's also going to depend upon whether you're trying to gain or lose weight. Either way, if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, you still want to make sure that you're taking in protein at breakfast and having a couple of eggs. So even if you start with 1 egg or 2 eggs, it depends upon what you can kind of stomach if you're not used to eating breakfast. So that would be kind of our first idea for adding protein to breakfast.
Right, so what I like to do with my eggs is I actually hard boil all my eggs on Saturday or Sunday, and then I have them ready to go. So you can either pull out the egg yolks ahead of time, because I just do egg whites. Chance is a big fan of egg yolks, so he does both, and that's something that you'd want to talk to us about, whether we recommend that for you specifically or not. And then mine are already cracked and ready to go, so I can just eat that with my oatmeal or whole wheat toast or whatever I'm having it with, or even by itself is okay for breakfast. But it's ready to go, in and out, no preparation. The other way to do it is to throw them right into the microwave. It takes about 2 minutes, and it's done. And really, frying an egg is also really easy. So it only takes a prep time about 2 minutes, and you can eat in about 5. So, 5-10 minutes, you're cooking and ready to go. So snacks, I'm going to kind of go over snacks a little bit and how to add more protein, because a lot of the time I hear snacks, oh, I'm going to have some grapes. Oh, I had carrots. Ooh, I really stayed within my calories because I just ate carrots. So what we recommend is always adding some type of protein and fat to your carbohydrates. So grapes and carrots are both carbohydrates, and they're really good for you and you want to have them. But I recommend adding a little bit of protein to that. One way is, once again, the eggs. If you have those hard-boiled eggs ready to go, you can add 2 or 3 egg whites to your carbohydrates. Or I'm a big fan of cottage cheese, and I eat the 1% cottage cheese. I just put it into a ½ cup little bowl, and I eat that with whatever carbohydrate I'm having. And I also eat chicken, so they're called chicken tenderloins, and I have them right here. So these are perfectly portioned and ready to go. So each one is about 1 to 1.5 ounces. So it's recommended 2 for most people is a portion size. So I cook these once again ahead of time, and I go ahead and pop those in my mouth while I'm eating my carbohydrate. So this, right now, I have 3 of them in here. So this is 2 snacks for me with my vegetables that I brought for the day today, to have 2 snacks with my vegetables. Any snacks ideas that you have?
Snack ideas that I have, I'm a big fan of Greek yogurt. It's a great source of protein to add, and a lot of times I get stuck eating just protein. So a great way to change this up and make sure you have some sort of carbohydrate with it is get a good, healthy granola to go with it. That's one thing I like to do, because Greek yogurt can be kind of tart if you're just going to eat it by itself. So get some sort of organic or good, low sugar granola to go with it to really help the flavor of it. But it's definitely going to be a great source of protein to go with the Greek yogurt. And really, depending upon how much weight you're trying to lose, you don't have to necessarily go with no fat in your Greek yogurt. I did this because my fat content, my nutrition lately has been kind of high, but you can do a 2%, which is great, because then you're going to get a little bit more fat in your diet, which is actually going to make you feel fuller longer. It'd be a great source of protein, a great way to do a snack and hold you over longer. So that's one of my favorite ways of doing a snack and add protein. So.
Yep. And I love to add blueberries, raspberries, and
definitely,
blackberries to there too. And we're going to move on to lunch. Chance, you want to start with
lunch? So to start with lunch is a great way. A lot of times people just like to eat, especially if you're trying to cut calories, is just go straight to maybe a salad and just have a salad. And, just have your lettuce in there, maybe some vegetables and some dressing on the side, and you're dipping it in. But you really should incorporate some protein. And a great way to incorporate protein is to go back to the chicken. I think that having a grilled chicken chopped up in your salad, making sure that you go back to what size portion you should have, which is a great way with those little tenderloins that you had, or tenders that you had, and cooked up or baked up or grilled is a great thing to add to the salad, because that's what's going to give you your protein. It's going to make you feel full longer. It's going to give you the protein you need throughout the day, and it's really going to aid in your program as a whole, as in recovering from your workouts and aiding in muscle growth and stuff like that. So it's a big benefit. So that's my idea for a quick way to add protein to
Right.
lunch.
Perfect. And going off the salad thing, because we love salads because it's very low in calories with all the vegetables, is getting a can of tuna. I eat a whole can of tuna in water, and I get the albacore light, I believe is that what it's called? Anyway,
Chunk light, yeah.
chunk light. I do rinse it to get a little any sodium that might be there. Put it right on top of my salad, or I eat it separately with whatever vegetables I'm having. You can have your rice or your other kind of whole grain with your lunch, of course, and you can just put the tuna right on top of that. No preparation. How long does it take us to open the can? 10, 20 seconds? Boom, there's your lunch ready to go. You don't even need to cook it. So those are our two favorite things to have for lunch.
Well, I mean, usually we talk about dinner, but dinner is usually the easiest place that you get protein in your diet. So we're really not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, just to make sure that when you do dinner and you're putting protein in, and it's one of the things that you're struggling with getting enough in, you're going to put protein on your plate first. Usually we talk about putting your vegetables on first, and that's the first thing you want to eat. But if you're struggling to get enough protein, it's great to switch over and put protein on it and start with that for dinner. So what's nice is that we tend to know what to do. We talk about it all the time. A lot of people understand nutrition and understand what they're supposed to eat, but following through and actually sticking with it is the hard part. So have you got any ideas for sticking with what you're supposed to eat?
Yeah, so logging your food. So most importantly, number one is to prepare your food. So for me, it's a big thing on the weekends because, as you guys know, I work, well, maybe you don't know, but I work usually about 12 hours. I'm here at the gym between training myself, training clients and groups, things like that. I don't really have time during the day to prepare, so I try to do it on the weekends, and then I go ahead and bring it with me and remind myself either by the watch or in between clients, I know which ones in between I need to have my meals. So actually eating the things I did prepare, number one. Number two, logging before really helps. What that means, either on a piece of paper or online, you put in your food, actually before you do it, then you tend to not fall off and not miss what you're supposed to eat. And you know where you're going to be at the end of the day. Did I have enough calories? Did I have too many calories? Before you actually eat it, and then you can kind of change it from there. And third, for me, is having someone help you and hold you accountable. That's huge. So we as a team hold each other accountable to the things that we're supposed to be doing nutrition-wise and exercise-wise, and we're here for you. And that's one of the main things that we do with our clients, besides giving them a butt-kicking workout, is holding them accountable the other 23 hours of the day that we don't see them. And that's basically what we do to keep you going with the nutrition, because you know what you're supposed to do, but we make sure that you do it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Off of that, the calendar part was great, or logging before. And it's great if you have a calendar for work or whatever else, you can actually just write down at least when you're supposed to eat and put on there the basis of what you're going to eat. And then you check it off after you do if you're not into putting all the time that you're supposed to, logging and everything like that. That's a great way to at least start it. But the biggest thing that we found is big time is having someone to hold you accountable to stick with it. That's going to be your key to success with your nutrition. So. And that's what we do here at All Steel Fitness, is hold our clients accountable, and that's what's getting the results, not just the great workouts that we have on.
And so coming up in the next couple of weeks, we're going to go over the good carbs and the bad carbs and things that you should be focusing on, and fats. So we thought we'd start off with proteins because that seems to be what our clients are struggling with right now in the summer because everybody's eating the good fruit. So thank you for listening. This is Heather Steele, Chance Allard, allsteelfitness.com.